Just real quick on Polly's provocation. I actually think that, again, there's really, if you go back to sort of the origins of the modern era, 1937, second term of Roosevelt, you saw two main strategies. One was anti-monopoly. It was distribution of opportunity. The other was Keynesianism. So, it was just pushing at the macro level in one direction, pushing at the micro level at a totally different direction. This is not complicated. We have the model. Angela's question about sort of getting to an equity model, connecting, Damon to Kelly. It's just one number. This kind of plays into this list of numbers that Damon put out before. The Walton family. One family has the same amount of wealth as 41.5% of all Americans. One family, 6 heirs, has the same amount of wealth as 130 million people. We have to understand that when you do not regulate companies, trading companies like Walmart, they become extractive, and they come into communities like the Bronx and they extract wealth. And they take that wealth to Bentonville, or maybe they take it to London, or they take it to Sao Paulo, or they take it to Beijing. We now have an extractive form of corporate control throughout America. And that is why communities like the Bronx, the people in those communities, it's one of the reasons they are not able to create their own next economy. Last question, this point about poor white folks. My father grew up as a sharecropper in Florida. There was long periods of time, we grew up in a little suburban house in Miami, but there were long periods of time when we were poor. I'm glad you raised that, because it's like, white poverty is a really big issue. We've seen, the white women right now, there's a whole class of white women which are, their life expectancy is going down. And then sort of tying that into, this is something, it's a personal thing of mine, but it's, what Bob asked about, what do we do? As someone who grew up in Florida, son of a Florida cracker, son of a Georgia cracker, who was born in Georgia, knows the Georgia folks well, the next generation, the path to the next economy, I think, will come largely out of the South.